This is exactly what the Seattle Seahawks need. A former Defensive Player of the Year just announced he is coming back for another season, and teams all over the league have their eyes on him, but the Seahawks are the perfect fit. This move would completely bolster their already lethal defense. Today, we're breaking down why this move makes too much sense and how it could push the Seahawks one step closer to winning back-to-back Lombardi trophies. What is up, everyone? Hope you're having a great day from wherever you are watching. Kyle Guerrero here, bringing you another episode of Seahawks Digest. We bring you everything Seahawks news related, rumor related, report related, as it is happening in real time. And I am super excited to bring this video to you guys today because this video is about a player I've been saying all offseason long. Well, the 2 weeks since the offseason have technically begun, that we should go out and get a guy that could be amazing for us and lead us to a second Lombardi trophy next year. As we were talking about former Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack. Today we're breaking down why it makes too much sense for the Seahawks to go out and get him, so let's dive right in. But before we do, we've noticed that 98% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button down below and we will keep bringing you great Seahawk content all off season long. So let's dive right in. Reports came out earlier today from Ian Rappaport that Chargers legend Khalil Mack, one of the top edges available, will play in 2026. Sources say, at the age of 35, coming off a strong season, Mack is a priority for LA. Instead of retirement, Mack is back exploring all options and will be a big-time target in free agency. And this is just hilarious because moments after this news dropped, every single fan was out there saying that their team should go and sign Khalil Mack. We've got the Green Bay Packers, the New England Patriots, the Chargers are going to try to re-sign him. The Raiders are going to try to sign Khalil Mack. Yeah, right. And this is just the beginning of some of the teams that are going to be on the market for him this offseason. I'd say even more teams are going to try to have a crack at him and try to get him on their team. Khalil is coming off of a solid year where he had 32 tackles and he forced 4 fumbles and he had 6 sacks as well. So nothing crazy that sticks out right here, but obviously just a solid year. It's also worth noting that Khalil Mack is a former Defensive Player of the Year, albeit it was 10 years ago when he was 26 and he is now 36, but he still has some gas left in the tank. Over Khalil's career, he is one of the most feared pass rushers in league history. In the last 12 years, he accounted for 113 sacks with 36 forced fumbles, and he even added in 3 interceptions in there. Let's go, Khalil. He had many years where he was an all-pro and even more years where he was a Pro Bowl player. And here is where this move makes so much sense for Seattle. Think about how we played defense most of the season. We ran a 4-man pass rush with Nick Emanwari and the rest of our safeties and DBs falling back into coverage. But what was so great about our pass rush is that we only had 4 players and they were getting through the offensive line each and every time and putting pressure on the quarterbacks that allowed our secondary to go and do their thing. The key to Mike Macdonald's defense is having 4 good pass rushers right up at the top and then having elite play in the secondary. So as soon as there's pressure on those quarterbacks, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to fumble the ball, they're going to throw interceptions, and that is where our dynamic playmakers are going to come in. Khalil Mack is the perfect kind of player to play in this system. It is also worth noting that Seahawks fan favorite DeMarcus Lawrence might be muling retirement right now. He had years where he was an amazing player in Dallas, and the only thing he had left to do was to win a Super Bowl. He came to Seattle, and he got that thing done. But now he is up in the air, and we don't know if he is coming back next season yet. Reports came out the other day that Seahawks insider says DeMarcus Lawrence could be weighing retirement. The edge rusher has a lot to think about. Of course, he stayed healthy in 25, his first season with the Seahawks, after playing his entire year up until last year with the Cowboys. And he was extremely important to head coach Mike Macdonald's defense, both on the field and in the locker room. His leadership would be missed. I mean, I think he just had a kid as well, so we don't know if he's coming back. I find it really hard to believe that he would retire after winning a Super Bowl like that when we have a chance to go back to back. I really think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be back. But back over to Khalil Mack for a second, because he is a seasoned vet playing 12 years in the NFL and winning a Defensive Player of the Year. He would be a great fit to our locker room. not only for our defensive line and helping those guys be better, but for the whole entire locker room. He is a seasoned veteran. And think about how much attention the O-line would have to give a guy like Khalil Mack, albeit, yes, he's 10, 12 years into his career, and his best years are definitely behind him, but teams still respect and fear him when they see him out there lining up against them. He can open up the field so other guys can get in on the quarterback and really rush and get that pressure in there. Now, hopping over to the business side, this is a little bit of a scary number. Last season, Khalil Mack had a cap hit of $18 million on a one-year deal, and we know the Seahawks are not going to want anything like that on their books. But does Khalil Mack really need another payday? Look at the highest paid non-quarterbacks of all time. Khalil Mack is he is in third place with $187 million earned in his career. But you know, Khalil Mack has never won or earned a playoff win. Khalil Mack has never won a playoff game. He nearly left the Chargers. Contenders offered more money and a clearer path to a ring. He stayed, believing he could win in LA and help spark the rise of two together. They're chasing a title. Not having that bothers me. So you've never won a playoff game. You're very paid already, and you want to come to an organization where you have a shot at winning a Lombardi trophy. And play in a system that would really make you a focal point of the defense and be a star on it once again. Sounds like you want to come to Seattle, Khalil. It's worth looking at the Seattle's defensive depth chart now as well. We don't know what is happening with DeMarcus Lawrence. Boy Mafe is a free agent this offseason, which he's in the market where he could command about $12 million per year. And yeah, Seahawks are going to need edge rushers for next season. Do you want to pay Boy Mafe $12 million, or do you want to offer Khalil Mack $12 million and a chance to win a Super Bowl? Now, this is what no one is talking about. People are going to say Khalil Mack is old and washed up, and sure, he probably is a former shell of himself. But you don't think a guy like that has one good year left in him if he wants to go out and win a Lombardi trophy? Look at DeMarcus Lawrence last year and Cooper Kupp, two older veteran guys that the Seahawks went out and trusted and paid decent money in contracts to because they believed they would come in and be a benefit for the team. And look what happened. Super Bowl champions. You bring in players like this who just want to win. They come in with the right mindset. They come in being leaders. They come in with no egos. And all they want to do is win and be team guys. This is the exact kind of situation we could get Khalil Mack in and on. Are you kidding me? Khalil Mack would add so much power to this pass rush, and it's not even directly from him. Teams are going to be scared of him that they might double him, and then other guys are going to have opportunities. This is a move the Seahawks need to make. Let's take a look at the overall risk and rewards. And the rewards on this is an instant upgrade to the pass rush. This would be an instant upgrade to the whole defense. He's a veteran. He is going to bring leadership. Hopefully, he is flexible with his contract. We can get him on a cheaper one-year deal that's maybe very incentivized. And he would be a great guy to have around our young defensive players and help them develop faster. Now, the risks with Khalil is he is older. There's chances that his production drops even more. There's chances that he may even get injured at the age he is playing at. But again, let's compare this to what DeMarcus Lawrence did last year. He may be limited in snaps. If he takes a team-friendly deal, we can add some depth pieces around him. He doesn't need to play every single down. Now, what this move would signal for Seattle is that they have a system that they know wins. They have gone out and got experienced players on cheaper contracts that came in and wanted to win and be team guys, and they know that this wins. This is a move that exactly follows the culture of what the Seahawks have been doing under Mike Macdonald. Now, the things to keep an eye out for over about, well, I guess we're only 9 days away from free agency now. So in the next coming weeks, does Mack officially visit with Seattle? Who else is in on him? There are going to be a lot of teams vying for his service this year. But being a player like Khalil Mack, why would you not want to play in a Mike Macdonald defense where you are going to be the focal point of that defense? Come on, Khalil. And then how does this affect our draft and free agency defensive priorities? We do have a lot of moves to make on our defense. We have Kobe Bryant we need to figure out. We have Boy Mafe. We have our cornerback room with Job and Woolen, and then as well as Rashid Shaheed and Kenny Walker. So the Seahawks have some major decisions we need to make. So it's very interesting to see what could happen with Khalil Mack and what kind of deal we could offer him. It is time for the 12's verdict, where we want to hear what you guys think about if the Seattle Seahawks should sign Khalil Mack or not. Drop that little green emoji if you think yes, drop a blue if you think no, and explain why. I love when we debate down in the comments, and this is just a move I'm so all in on the Seahawks really making it. I don't even care if we need to overpay a little bit for this kind of move. I'm all about bringing in these veteran guys that just want to win at the end of their career. They come in on cheaper contracts, they help coach and they help develop our younger guys, and they're just leaders for the locker room. Another guy outside of Khalil Mack that I would love to see is Nick Chubb in that running back room for the Seahawks as a little bit of a bruising back. That's going to do it for this episode of Seahawks Digest. I'm Kyle Guerrero. Drop a subscribe if you can. It is free and it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Till next time, go Hawks.